Welcome back to episode 4 of Top 5, where we are ranking this week the top 5 worst drivers in the 2023 Formula One season. Now, this may be controversial, and I'm going to preface this by saying this is my opinion. You don't have to agree with me, you don't have to like it. It is my opinion. Now, some of these, I'm just going to get into it and you can, I'm sure, let me know. In P5, we have Kevin Magnussen. This man was consistently outperformed by his teammate. He put in mediocre performances. And yeah, I'm going to give a significant degree of that to the car and what was clearly going on behind the scenes at Haas. But I just never really saw him unless he was being crashed into or hitting a wall or going into a gravel trap. You never really heard Kevin Magnussen makes an overtake. He was just kind of there. In P4, we have Zhou Guanyu. And again, a bit like K-Mag, he's just kind of there to make up the numbers at this point. I am sure there are F2 drivers chomping at the bit to take his spot. Again, he wasn't someone whose name you heard making significant overtakes. I mean, he had that one good race where he made 11 overtakes, but there was also that other race where he lost 11 places. So, and he has an average qualifying position of 16th. Like, after Q1, you didn't hear his name again for like the whole weekend. So, for that reason, Zhou Guanyu is P4. Now, P3, and again, I'm going to say this with the utmost love. This is my opinion and my opinion only. This may be hard. I do like this driver, but I just don't think he had a great season. And that is Logan Sargent. I feel like he has a lot of potential, yes, and that he did, in fact, try his best. But it just wasn't it. Man crashed more times than not. Whether it is in practice, qualifying, the race. I mean, he did. I will give him props in that he scored his first points in his first season. That he in a Williams. That's something not even George Russell could do. So is his future bright? Yes. But was this a great season for him? No. So for that reason, Logan Sargent is in P3. Now coming in P2, and I think most people will agree with me on this one. Sergio Perez. The entire middle part of his season was god awful. He failed from pretty much Miami. And then he finally found some form after his home Grand Prix. Like, he had to crash out at his home Grand Prix to be like, oh, I actually have to drive the car fast. And then he tried to make a comeback. But hey, at least he did have an upturn in form. Unlike our driver in P1, Nick de Vries. Do I really need to go into detail about this one? The man was so bad, he didn't get to drive a whole season. And yes, were Red Bull and AlphaTauri unfair in letting him go midway through the season? Yes, you could argue that. But was it justified? Kinda. I mean, both he and the team knew that it just wasn't working. You can't go in there having the mentality that you're not a rookie in your rookie season. You had one good race with Williams when Alex Albon got his appendix out. Doesn't make you a championship winning driver. And I mean, he's done great things in other categories of motorsport, but F1, he was another driver that while he was there, he crashed a lot, barely got out of Q1, and was consistently outperformed by his team. So, for that reason, Nick de Vries is my worst driver of the 2023 Formula One. But thank you for watching. I'm sure you'll let me know your thoughts, comments, opinions. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Make sure to like, subscribe, and all those fun things. Thanks, guys.